Lagonda 2.6-liter Saloon 1951. Despite Lagonda's commitment to the war effort, manufacturing specialized airplane components as well as general ordnance etc., their chief engineer W. O. Bentley, ably assisted by W. G. Watson and Donald Bastow, began work on a new car in early 1944. Conceived as a sports saloon, the resultant design boasted an innovative cruciform-braced chassis equipped with all-round independent suspension, coil and wishbone front, torsion bar rear, and hydraulic drum brakes, inboard at the back. Powered by an equally advanced stock-straight 6 engine featuring hemispherical combustion chambers, its flowing lines were the work in part of Frank Feely. Unveiled to an enthusiastic press in September 1945, production plans for the 2.5-liter fell foul of the prevailing export-or-die atmosphere, with Lagonda failing to negotiate sufficient steel supplies for such a low-volume, home-market product. Unable to recover financially, Lagonda was bought by industrialist David Brown in 1947. Merged with Brown's other recent purchase Aston Martin, the two companies operated out of the latter's Feltham premises. In addition to donating its power plant to the nascent Aston Martin DB2 program, the 2.5-liter was developed in its own right. Fitted with a David Brown S430 4-speed synchro mesh gearbox, rack and pinion steering and hypoid back axle, it reappeared at the October 1949 Earl's Court Motor Show as the DB Lagonda 2.6. Very highly regarded in its day but somewhat expensive, the model reputedly accounted for just 511 sales, 386 saloon and 125 drop-head coupes. This Lagonda 2.6-liter, finished in turquoise with grey leather, appears to have resided in the Manchester region since its first ownership in the possession of Mr. G. Davis Esquire of Denton, Manchester. Indeed, there is some particulars of the Lagonda Club period booklet on file with the first owner's name upon the cover. There is an invoice letter to Mr. G. Davis of Denton, from Michelin Motor Bodies of Manchester in October of 1966. They provided and fitted a replacement rear axle, a second-hand battery, brake fluid and gear oil. Being offered now, from long-term ownership in the Stockport area, likely from the late 1960s/early 1970s, there is a tax disc in the window from October 1974, evidencing the Lagonda hasn't been used for some 50 years. At some point in its life, the gearbox has been converted from a column change to a floor change 4-speed gearbox. Today, the car's engine is dismantled and consists of parts, with just the main block of the Lagonda's 6-cylinder engine in situ. The parts appear to consist of the engine and drivetrain components that have previously been removed. They seem to include a flywheel, a cylinder head, gearbox, steering rack, manifolds, carburetor parts, dynamos, starter motors, hubcaps, brake shoes, drums, wheel trim rings etc.